My name is Erica Lorraine Spencer, and I remain subject to state surveillance and terrorism by the state of California that is operating a malicious targeting system which is referred to as federal group stalking and monitoring via communication devices. And it is in violation of federal stalking statute 18 U.S.C. sections 2261A subsections 1 and 2. My website and podcast serve the public good by publishing evidence of the public entity's ceaseless engagement in a pattern of conduct intended to stalk and monitor via communication devices, surveil, harass, and terrorize an American citizen in concert with the people of the state of California. Documentation serves the lawful purposes of wide exposure, federal prosecution, and influencing federal legislation with policies specifically designed to punish, dismantle, and disincentivize an unprecedented targeting system by a public entity that acts in concert with the people of the state in order to criminally place under surveillance and terrorize an American citizen, which is a matter of public corruption in the state of California. See thepatternofconduct.wordpress.com.
License 8ZYP787. It is Monday, March 21st, 2022. It's currently 8:16 a.m. And getting up and leaving the property 8:12 a.m. And this is relevant to what is daylight savings time, so this is 7:12 a.m. With regard to documentation that is already published and the entity engaging in stalking with light and the people stalking as an entity. I want to be clear, the light source directly over me and moving in real time, as is the ongoing pattern of conduct. And this is, again, just common sense with regard to the maintenance of that light source after 9:49 a.m. as I documented yesterday. This is stalking with a fake sun, and that license plate is a third party that is stalking in the path. It is currently 8:16 a.m. and as I documented, Amazon Prime engaging in stalking under that fake sun. That is the entity using third parties that are coming from State Facilitating Venue, Ontario Airport, hovering, and this is Southwest Airlines. I did capture what is Southwest Airlines stalking in the path under the fake sun, which you see at 8:16 in the morning. That light source is not over the museum, which would be the case, which would be the ongoing environment that the commercial airline, Southwest Airlines, has been documented engaging in before, for years, but engaging in now, again, while monitoring documentation as well. 8Z42612, Vidco Foods, license 04753Y2. This includes Andy's Burgers, a facilitating venue. AC29N63, that's a paper plate. And the entity engaging in the pattern of conduct while the fake sun is in real-time movement over me, and that's what you see. And it is the identical conduct that you see Amazon Prime engaging in yesterday under the fake sun that remains. You can see the light source that is over the property of the museum. That is not the case when I get up earlier and you see that fake sun. That's an ongoing pattern. All right. This minion is stalking. I'll show you this. Hold on a second. Group stalking. Alrighty, this is a Caucasian female. I don't know what she is. She's a big nose, long hair minion with the 8PXC781 license plate. You see the fake sun in perfect alignment. She's group stalking on what is transit, monitoring with Southwest Airlines with communication devices, and the minion that you hear with the lawnmower, that's audible activity creation at Center Ice Arena, a third-party facilitating venue. That's P.O.C. She is stalking in the path on what is transit. So let me be clear, the entity does the same thing at nightfall. A demon using their vehicle, stalking in the path, the ominous stalking conduct of the people of the state using their headlights or hazard lights, while the fake sun is right there over me. That is the same conduct. It's achieving the same objective. So I want to be clear, and that's what I captured. It's 8:20 a.m. right now. It is license plate C7ZWC839AS458 handicap, 8RWB549, 7KRZ445. CB32Z85, that's paper. And in addition to what you're paying attention to, again, as I capture Southwest Airlines engaging in federal group stalking and monitoring, this is, by the way, a prosecution of the company for not only engaging in what is satanic terrorism in the state of California while you're engaging in interstate stalking. That is a company that is engaging in, by the way, interstate commerce while they are engaging in what is a violation of existing federal law that is already exists on the books under federal policy with regard to interstate stalking. Southwest Airlines is routinely engaged in interstate stalking, crossing state lines with the intent to place one under surveillance criminally, doing so while monitoring documentation. This is relevant to additional policy that I advocate and I will enforce against this entity. This actor, Southwest Airlines, this is speaking to the prosecution of companies which represent the people acting vicariously on behalf of the state as what is the perpetual sex offender, as engaging in what is terrorism, all right, while they are engaging in that conduct of monitoring with communication devices. All right, that is all included in being prosecuted as a group stalker on behalf of the state of California. 7 WPT 702, 8 PEP 692, 8 RYG 073. It's 8:22 a.m. This is P.O.C. Capturing video of the fake sun over the S.I.I.S liquor, the same positioning as I am at the B&G Plaza, and it is, again, while I'm at the B&G Plaza on Holt Boulevard on the sidewalk, facing east. The light source is directly over the roof of that, hovering over the roof of that S.I.I.S liquor inside of the B&G Plaza. 08490Y2, and what I capture on video is not only that picture of what is stalking with the fake sun, not possibly the sun. 4FDD791, just pay attention to my documentation. Not only do I have documentation of the entity setting a fake sun at the same venue, which is still relevant, and it is speaking to what has nothing to do with the fake sun daylight savings time. February 23rd does not explain what is the light source that's setting in alignment with me at what would be 5, so you're talking about what would be 6 in the evening at the B&G Plaza. License 20699J3, given an hour does not account for that. The entity is engaged in a pattern of maintaining a fake sun over me while demons are stalking. 7TXK476, stalking and monitoring with communication devices. 7LJA418, 7LJA418. And so the entity is keeping this fake sun over me, and that's just one example, because yesterday, again, at 9:48 a.m., I'm still at the museum, which is what I captured in video. It is impossible that it would be hovering over the S.I.I.S liquor. It's not visible. The S.I.I.S liquor roof is not in alignment, so I'm capturing that at the same time. And no, the fake sun is moving east as I walk east, moving north as I walk north, and the same with it being in a vehicle, which I show you in video documentation so that you can see it. It's whatever building, it's hovering over that roof of that building, and I've also shown you that's occurring. It's not occurring at the same time while it's over the roof of the Fontana Lewis Library and over the roof of the Upland Public Library. This is an impossibility. What else are you witnessing? The entity is keeping the fake sun over S.I.I.S liquor, and then you're looking at what is also impossible while the people of the state demonstrate their demon possession. License 7TVH781, and you see this in the video where the demon that's coming out of S.I.I.S liquor, which is a facilitating venue, and you're talking about the pattern of conduct is underway everywhere that you are, where they live and where they're working. 8EYU080. Where they are maintaining presence, and this is engaging in blatant criminal activity in plain sight. Again, doing it in plain sight today, going to federal prison for it tomorrow. All right, so you have what is very easy capable of being documented while you're looking at directed light. That's the P.O.C. Okay, it's a supernatural occurrence. It's the conduct of the demon possessed. 8MNW285, 8TLS 859, USPS crossing path while demons are terrorizing with directed light as well. It is the identification of all as the demon possessed, not just those demons that are engaging in that conduct of terrorizing you with directed light. It's letting you know that you are being followed, pursued by a population of that condition, stalking. And it is also letting you know that, again, they're not doing that individually or collectively. They're doing it on behalf of the state as an entity. And they are the vicarious aspect. The government is placing you under surveillance. It is indicative of all of the above. And this is what I capture in video. It's currently 8:27 a.m. and this is at B&G Plaza. Omnitrans does cross path going what is westbound while monitoring documentation. This is the same pattern of conduct while this entity is engaging in the P.O.C. That is Union Pacific. It's currently 8:27. License 5W31058. And Omnitrans is approaching right now. Omnitrans is being documented engaging in what is routine harassment while they are both hostile, they're demons, and they're criminals engaging in surveillance, and they're hostile to that. So I will be documenting them more heavily. License 1234511, bus 1219. It's currently 8:28 a.m. Swift Night Transportation Holdings, crossing path, and they have directed light that's coming from a forward vantage point. It's absolutely impossible. It's diagonally reaching forward from the, and I've shown you this in video, as they are crossing paths. We are at what is the 3-7 SPA at the intersection of Grove and Hope Boulevard at 8:32 a.m. That's a demon driving that commercial vehicle. License 8UPV539 is stalking in the path into the same environment, monitoring as one. Swift Night Transportation Holdings, again, another company engaging in interstate commerce, crossing state lines with a criminal motive to engage in surveillance in concert with the state of California. This is the state system. Let me be clear, that criminal motive, that criminal intent in violation of existing federal law is blanket. As a blanket, it's applying to the people of the state. That's why they are engaging in the system. This is what California is doing, and that is revealing what is the entity engaging in violation of criminal law that already exists, and it is applying to all of them. They're engaging in what is the ongoing system and maintaining the intent to do so. This is the P.O.C, and I want to be clear, these companies are going to be prosecuted, and that is exactly what is the criminal intent while you're monitoring with the government and engaging in the operation of a business. It is currently 8:33 a.m. That goes hand in hand with revealing what is public corruption, and they are engaging in that conduct, and that's why that demon is terrorizing and crossing paths with directed light, which is an absolutely impossible occurrence. So you're adding on the layer of a demon-possessed criminal who is also monitoring documentation and impermissible threat while they are engaging in violation of existing federal law, interstate stalking. SOMAS, P.S.O.M.A.S, group stalking with light activity on the side of what is the United States Postal Service. That's on Hope Boulevard. That relative location is between the 1627 San Bernardino County Health Building. They're creating light activity. SOMAS is a third party, P.S.O.M.A.S. This is P.O.C. It is 8:34 a.m. and I captured video of what is the fake sun moving in real time, going eastbound over, maintaining presence, leaving the venue of the Shiro's Liquor where I am leaving at the moment that I am leaving. And it is not at the same time as you are looking at that, this is common sense, remaining over the venue of the museum at 9:49 where it will be captured over the museum. No, it's exactly what you're looking at. And it is impossible that that would be the sun. And this is what I continue to document. You're understanding what is stalking with light. You're understanding what is the backdrop of facts. While this company, Omnitrans, acting through that midget, bad skin, big mouth minion of Omnitrans yesterday was engaging in harassment because I'm documenting her. And I'm documenting the entire company. Everything coming out of her face, Omnitrans is going to pay for, and Omnitrans is going to be prosecuted for, and the people of the state. Okay, she's speaking as all of the above. That's the nature of group conduct, and she's doing so under a fake sun. So I'm gonna. It's 8:34 a.m. and I'm documenting what is the fake sun that is now over Airport Drive, and it is 8:35 a.m. and this is P.O.C. 30503 M1 47699X1 group stalking on Airport Drive. It's 8:35 a.m. 8RGX 431. Molesting with directed light. The fake sun is above the bus. You have what is flashing light occurring on the bus. And what is that incriminating to? The demon that's driving the bus, the demons that are sitting on the bus, and this is the people of the state that are the perpetual sex offender while you have that impossible light activity. This is what they were doing inside of the Fontana Lewis Library. By the way, flashing of light while demons surround, all you have to do is document those demons. They're sex offenders touching with light. In the same way that these demons at nightfall, as I'm documenting hundreds of license plates, they're perpetual sex offenders manifesting light. It's not their headlights that are reaching miles away in order to touch me wherever I'm at. That's occurring on the bus right now. It's currently 8:36 a.m. 7RWW017, I believe. 8BOT 727. 6UYS 144. Demons that are molesting with light. Impossible light activity. It's 8:37 a.m. All right, it is 8:44 a.m. showing you what is the pattern of conduct underway at the Ontario Airport, which is speaking to the absence of any exception to that pattern of conduct and the revealing of demon possession. That's a state facilitating venue. That was the federal government in the Ford SUV with the federal plate, by the way. The federal government is engaging in the pattern of conduct. Let me be clear, they're driving around in civilian vehicles. They're driving around engaging in this demonic activity and this criminal conduct that they are aware that is being documented. And they very often are engaging in driving around and maintaining presence, operating commercial vehicles, driving school buses, for example, while they are engaging in what is concealing their identity. I just want to point that out. And that is also the case when you're revealing what is public corruption and you are creating legislation and an entire demon-possessed population hostile to that, while they are engaging in crossing path also with, as I've documented, which was a federal plate on that white SUV Ford Explorer, while this ongoing demonic activity, which is criminal, is occurring on the bus being driven again by employee 3214. While I am on the bus, you're looking at that light activity that's appearing, first of all manner of impossibility. The fake suns through the windshield. It's not remaining over Ontario at the museum. It's not remaining present at, it's 8:46 a.m. It's not over the Shiro's Liquor. You're talking about what is placed, moments of documentation where this light source is placed and remaining as I remain there. As I leave that location, the light source is directly over me, and it's very specifically over me. It's over the bus, over me while I'm on this bus. Not only is that speaking to what is not going to occur with regard to the light activity on this bus, it's not even going to occur if that actually was the sun. This is engineered light, though. That's not the sun, and this is engineered light, while demons are manifesting light. Demons that are affiliated and with the federal government. Okay, that's the significance of what I'm documenting. You need to understand that. And this directed light is occurring also while these demons are hostile. It's an act of hostility. Okay, while you are engaging in that, that's the conduct, that's the prosecution as the perpetual sex offender and the terrorist. And that is occurring while I am documenting and while all of these demons are sitting around monitoring, they're maintaining presence in that environment and molesting at the same time. The conduct with directed light is the activity that which is engaged in by the demon possessed. There's no laser light gun. There's no, they're not holding up their hand and engaging in that sort of wizard. No. You're talking about what is the conduct of Satan. Satan is present through what are people who have the spirit of Satan on. This is demon possession. And while they cross path, they are focused in and they're stalking you in doing so. And they are manifesting light as they cross your path. They're doing so on the bus while I'm on the bus. And then demons intentionally maintain presence in that environment around you as well. They engage in a maniacal rise in that conduct while you document and reveal it. Okay, that's exactly what I captured in the video as well. And so you have what is the entity engaging in ongoing flashing of light on the bus. You see the directed light that's at the top of the bus, which I captured on video. This is the same exact conduct that is occurring while I was on my podcast documenting it moments later. You see it in this video. And then as I'm reviewing the video, you have, again, all of these demons, they're psychopaths, okay? Then this is the entity. I'm prosecuting the entire entity for what you're looking at on the video. Psychopaths monitoring, flashing of light all over my person under a fake sun, and doing so while they are hostile. That hostility is communicated not through a psychopath's silence while they're staring in the opposite direction. That's a sex offender, that's a demon, that's a psychopath, okay, and a stalker. They are doing so while that directed light, that environment is ongoing, and it is increasing in its occurrence. That's how demons express hostility. Outside of what is an ignoramus that's running their mouth, with which they'll be prosecuted. Everything that's coming out of that ignoramus's mouth that represents Omnitrans Company yesterday under the fake sun, that is, by the way, keeping in alignment with me on the same route that it was yesterday in the evening after 6 o'clock in the evening. The fake sun is remaining over me on the same route. Okay, that's how you are understanding and analyzing the expression of hostility. That hostility is a terrorizing threat. It's a criminal act. It's a sex offense on behalf of the government and the people of the state. And that's what's ongoing. What you see on the bus is what is the ongoing flashing of light, directing of light. This directing of light. This is what I'm documenting inside of the 99-cent store under the fake sun when I'm at the same time in Upland, California. This is what I'm documenting inside of the Stater Brothers when I am remaining in the city of Ontario, not on public transportation, and the fake sun is remaining over that venue, and flashing of light is occurring inside of the grocery store. This is what I'm documenting inside of what is Starbucks, and you're looking at the light show, and what I have historically documented inside of Starbucks, which is why they engage in the criminal act of criminal summoning, which is they're going to federal prison. Everything that Satan engages in is speaking to the ways in which you're going to prosecute it. All right, so I want to make sure that I point that out, and that's what you see in the video. That's exactly what I was documenting. And it is currently 8:49 a.m. and the light source is over Inland Empire Boulevard. And this is Ontario Airport Hotel where the fake sun is over the venue. This is not shared with the same sky space. It's not coexisting. It's not remaining over the museum. It is not seen over the museum while it's also in motion over the bus that's on Inland Empire Boulevard in Rancho Cucamonga. This is common sense. This is the pattern of conduct of stalking with light, and that was a sex offense at State Facilitating Venue, Ontario Airport, engaging in demonic conduct. And let me let you know, that is indicative of the condition of everyone there. Those flying planes, those working at the airport, those driving courtesy vehicles, those waiting for a taxi, those driving taxis, those that are there to get on a plane. And that is why you can walk through the parking lot and read every single last one of their license plates. It's an ongoing system, a state system. And that condition is revealing of everyone there. Everyone. It's a state system. And that is how broadly you are able to apply that, because that impossibility is occurring everywhere, first of all. And that impossibility, by virtue of its existence, directed light, is speaking to what is a system that you are engaging in, and it's by everyone. Okay? It is currently 8:50 a.m. and license plates are nothing but a method of identifying the demon-possessed while prosecuting them. It's important to identify the demon-possessed population. Identify them by name, address, image, whatever it is that you have. That's not going to maintain a secret. And this is just my one single method. But when you're prosecuting, this is a matter of what is massive public information. And that's speaking to especially those that are in government as well, and those affiliated with companies. It is employee, let me remind you again, employee number 3214. It is 8:51 a.m. This is P.O.C. See, 8NEP 974. 7YCC 441. They're all molesting with directed light. They're sex offenders. Engaging in what is harassment while you reveal the fact that they're demon possessed and that they're criminals engaging in interstate stalking. That's what the state stalking by helicopter is about. A hostile demon. Expressing hostility on behalf of the demons that I identified for hours last night by license plates while they were stalking me. That's the psychopath, okay? The criminal, and then is mad because you're documenting it. 8HJP 686. A license 8VC7278. 8JTZ D65, I believe, but I can't really see that one. You can scratch that one. It's 8:52 a.m. 8:53 a.m. I captured video of the fake sun at Ontario Mills. 7GVVs 270. Coca-Cola crossing path on what is Milliken at 8:53 a.m. XXF 250. And it is again 8:54 a.m. I want to make sure I'm connecting the dots for you as I'm documenting these companies, just like I pointed out to you and as I've documented before. For example, Swift Night Transportation Holdings Company. Swift Night Transportation Holdings Incorporated is a company that is engaging in federal stalking, and it is specific. It's not just interstate stalking that the entity is engaging in. This is a demon-possessed population engaging in interstate stalking. That is relevant to what is terrorism. So this is, in other words, a person of a specific condition, demon possession, is operating what is identified as a company vehicle, for example, Omnitrans, employee 3214, 8DME 758, and they are engaging in what is interstate stalking monitoring on behalf of the government, okay? And so while I am identifying companies such as Swift Night Transportation Holdings Incorporated and Coca-Cola, while I am showing you what is a molestation, what is being accosted with directed light, they are a part of the same exact entity. They are engaging in monitoring while they are crossing path. They are not exempt. They have not ceased to engage in that ongoing pattern of conduct on behalf of the government. The entity is acting on behalf of the state. The state is engaged in a ceaseless surveillance and criminal stalking system. That does not stop. This is documentation of what is, for example, the Ontario airport. This is an entire venue that is engaging in that molestation. That's where it's occurring. The fake sun is over me. And you're talking about what is even increasing in that terrorism and that sexual violence as I captured it on video. All right? It's something as though there's some flash photography going on, touching all over my thighs, all over my person, after I capture what is evidence against this entity. And that's the ongoing pattern of conduct, by the way. And I'm just speaking to and connecting the dots. License 8KTV536. It's exactly how it's going to be prosecuted. And this is what is existing when you're documenting and prosecuting a government that's acting through the people. They are hand in hand in a ceaseless pattern of conduct, and these companies are documented as such. While they themselves have been documented engaging in it, they are also, while they are crossing path on the roads and the highways, while I'm on, for example, Omnitrans, they are a part of that same sexual violence and terrorism while they are engaging in the pattern of conduct with the state, which you are while you are crossing path. And you are while you are under the fake sun crossing path. And you are while you are crossing paths with directed light. In relevant position. All right, it's currently 8:56 a.m. Just want to make sure I spell all that out for you, because that's what I'm documenting. License 8DME758, crossing path again. BU55W84 paper 64633C2. They're all demons, just like you saw in the video. It is speaking to what they all are and what they are all doing. And that's what you need to understand about my documentation. It's establishing the pattern of conduct. It is uniform. Capturing directed light once is speaking to the identification of all and the criminal activity of all. All of them, every single last one of them. TRM Manufacturing, California 79572, U.S.3175002, MC209489. That's a demon directed light on the side of their truck while they are group stalking at 4th Street and the 15 freeway exit where the Albertas and the Chevron is. And the fake sun is right over me. That demon has directed light on the asphalt. It's impossible, and that's not even the sun. So I'm just I'm breaking down their entire system. This is not the sun that's remaining over me, and that's not even sunlight. That wouldn't even be occurring even if it was the sun, and it's not. All right, so you're talking about what is demons that are stripped, butt naked, if you will. Excuse my French, but I'm revealing what is the raw demonic activity that these companies are engaging in with the which is the malicious commercial form of stalking on behalf of the state. US.01858588, MC672537, VIN number AJ240288, GVW 80,000. I'm just reading the company information on what is Lexpro Logics Incorporated. And Ontario Police is crossing path getting on the 15 freeway in that same environment. All right, it's 8:59 a.m. Walmart crossing path in a commercial vehicle. That's a group stalker. Documented them at the venue, and literally the fake sun, which is not new. I documented that in 2020. And the fake sun, if you're paying attention to my website, the pattern of conduct at WordPress.com, August 14th, which I've spoke about that so many times. The fake sun is indeed the fake sun, as I captured it over the Walmart at in Ontario for the duration of the day, literally remaining over me upon my arrival, which was in the morning. And that was during, by the way, daylight savings time. The same time frame would apply to right now what the state is doing with the fake sun while I'm going to Fontana. But on this particular day at 9 a.m., I'm going from the museum to 3-7 Spa, where we were already at an earlier time than August 14, 2020. The state kept the fake sun over me on the same side of the street that I'm on. You're paying attention to all those details. And then I go in the opposite direction on Hope Boulevard to and then I go ultimately to Mountain Avenue. I get on the bus, I go to Walmart on August 14, 2020, and the state kept the fake sun from 11:20 a.m. until after 6 p.m. over the building, over me, whatever portion of the building I was at, for the duration of the day. And like I pointed out also earlier in documentation, earlier this year and last year, Walmart is engaging in what is, first of all, demonic, and they are monitoring American citizens. They are puppets of Satan. This is Walmart. It represents a company like many that are exercising influence, that are lying, okay, and exercising influence while they are speaking to you what are literally the lies of Satan to keep you deceived. And they have had what I've seen of engaging in what is entertaining the notion of what is global warming, climate change. Walmart hosting these speeches, while Walmart is directly documenting keeping a fake sun. They know all about global warming, I bet, while they're engaging in warming their property under a fake sun for the duration of the day. Okay, and this, I'm referencing what is a conference that Walmart was hosting, sponsoring in Arkansas, and I just saw that on their website, and I find it hilarious. And you need to understand what's going on in American society, trying to maintain a specific narrative, and I'm letting you know what's going on. Walmart is a liar. Walmart's a group stalker. Walmart is a criminal, and you're talking about what is nothing other than the identification of Satan itself through a company name, and that is the reality of what it is. Guess who incorporates companies? Guess who employs those works for people? They're demons of S. Walmart is nothing other than a means of identification, and literally a puppet of Satan, lying to you about global warming. There is no global warming when the fake sun is remaining over the Fontana Metrolink train station from 9:49 in the morning and captured again at what is 5:41. 6:15, that's no global warming, okay? It's not warming anything but the environment around me where these demons are stalking. Okay, Walmart can tell you a lot about the lie about global warming, and that's why they engage in that while they're monitoring American citizens, which I directly documented on the property of Walmart on more than one occasion. Okay, so I want to be clear. I want to point that out while I am just speaking to what I published on my website. This is a day where I did not capture a podcast, but I did capture tons of videos, over 23 videos at Walmart at 333 North Mountain Avenue in Ontario, California, where, by the way, is in no way coexisting with remaining over me, going from the museum to Fontana, where I remain, and this entity is stalking and with a fake sun and keeping it over that property based on the hours that I'm inside of that property, because when I remain at Fontana Lewis Library until after 6 p.m., guess where the entity is keeping that fake sun? In alignment with the windows inside of that venue, and not over at the Fontana Metrolink train station, which is still maintenance of presence off of the same street. It's stalking while I'm inside. It's stalking while I walk outside of the same library. It's impossible. It is stalking with a fake sun, and that's exactly what the demon-possessed companies such as Walmart are engaging in and lying to you. But let me be clear, their lies, you can see clearly through their lies. As they lie to you, you are able to identify them. So they need to lie so you know who they are. They're lying. They're lying to you about things such as global warming and climate change, while they are monitoring you on their property grounds while trying to make a buck. Okay? You're talking about what is federal prison. I documented Walmart engaging in what is harassment under the fake sun on that property. You're talking about what is a pattern of conduct, and then those with money to influence. They are then being the mouthpiece of Satan itself, telling you about what is global warming, referencing this light source that is not the sun. It's not the sun. It's not the sun over Walmart in Arkansas. It's not the sun over Walmart in California over me in Ontario. It's not possibly. From 11:20 till after 6:30 p.m., which is what I documented August 14, 2020. You can look at it for yourself. And what I'm documenting today in 2022 with the fake sun is directly relevant to what I documented on that day. It's not the sun. It's impossible. It doesn't coexist. You're talking about what would be the same time, or it's relevant to daylight savings time. That's what was going on August 14th, daylight savings time, but it's based on where I was at, where I remained, which is the pattern of conduct with a fake sun. That's P.O.C. It is currently 9:04 a.m. And what else do you see? How else do you know? The stalking with a helicopter right over my head at Walmart. Walmart is a terrorist. And that's not name calling. That's what Walmart did. Demons working at Walmart. Demons shopping at Walmart in order to stalk you. That's what the demon-possessed population is doing. And that's why you have that hallmark occurring at that venue under the fake sun. Stalking by helicopter. P.O.C. Just want to remind you that while Walmart engages in that maniacal rise of conduct, demons more than crossing path in Walmart vehicles. Let me be clear. This is the breaking down of an entire demented system. And there are a lot of people that are going to federal prison. It is necessarily the case. Not only because they did it to the wrong person, but because this is going to be uniform policy. Okay, Satan engaging in what is lawlessness using what are sick people. Oh, you're sick. With that spirit on you, you are sick and you're a threat. And you're demonstrating that threat through the pattern of conduct as they engage in it. They're demonstrating that threat. This is designed to terrorize and frighten and to violate. And you don't have a right to do so. As an individual, you don't have a right to do so on behalf of the government. You certainly don't have a right to do so while you want to make $1 calling yourself a company engaging in that same exact P.O.C. as a demon. And so I want to make sure I connect all those dots for you. I'm on San Bernardino Road in Fontana. Fake sun remains over, and it's currently 9:05 a.m. P.O.C. Demons getting on the bus, 9:06 a.m., San Bernardino Road, monitoring with employee number 3214, engaging in surveillance. They get on the bus based on what I'm doing with my phone, based on my physical movements. They're demons that are stalking in the path, engaging in this terrorism, with it, which is including a commercial actor at Omnicom. And I captured that demon's image. They're also on surveillance camera. It is currently 9:06 a.m. Passing Hemlock Avenue, 97314B2. 7EZT 388. At Beach Avenue, of San Bernardino at 9:07 a.m. Monitoring at Lacadena Market, 95130G3, 512-514-2003. Lacadena Market's at San Bernardino Avenue and Elm. It's the one with like all these intersections, San Bernardino / Fontana / Elm. 05886D1 or 601, that's Teleq. 8T72372, I believe. It's 9:08 a.m. SoCal Edison crossing path. It's 9:09 a.m.
Cadwalader Street.
Just as you're here at San Bernardino and Catawba at 9:10 a.m. Alrighty, showing you video at what is the Fontana Unified School District. That's in the intersection of Citrus and San Bernardino Avenue at 9:10 a.m. And I'm reminding you about what I captured on what is March 15th, 2022, where you are looking at the video where I am on the bus of the Omnitrans Route 61, and I am just preparing, just starting. That's where I got on the bus, just like I did today. I got on at the B&G Plaza, and I got on at a later time. And so you're talking about understand the big picture. 9:49 a.m. yesterday. I got on at a later time. I'm still at the museum. That's why I'm still there in Ontario, and I'm showing you video of that fake sun that remains over me. And while I'm there, I'm reminding you, oh, when I'm already in Fontana at this time, at the Fontana Metropolitan train station, yeah, this is not the sun. This is stalking with the light source. And you're also going to remember 9:49 a.m., and I'm capturing video at that same venue, Fontana Metropolitan train station, after 6 o'clock in the evening. That is, even as I arrive, for example, at 11 o'clock in the morning, that is duration of a day with a light source that did not go anywhere. That's not the sun. That is stalking with light. So I do capture, and that's just as an aside. Remember all this analysis. Today, where I am on the bus right now at the Fontana Unified School District at the intersection of Citrus and San Bernardino at 9:10 a.m. I documented on March 15th while I'm on the bus and just beginning this route at 9:10 a.m. and you see the light source that is not over the intersection of Citrus and San Bernardino Avenue in Fontana. It's hovering over Shiro's Liquor, and it's moving as the bus is moving, just like you saw in the video that I captured this morning. This is the pattern of stalking with light. 5EGX861 is a demon running directed light across this bus while it is stalking at the intersection of Juniper and San Bernardino Avenue, listening to me document. Terrorizing with the demons who you see in video, who is also including children. Those are little demon-possessed minions that this demon has with it. Indirect light and under the fake sun, just as an aside. So you have what is the entity engaging in this pattern of conduct into the fake sun at 9:10 a.m. while it's over me while I'm on the bus, and the entity is stalking with the fake sun, street for street, turn for turn. 8H63708. And that is what you juxtapose with the stationary presence of that light source in Ontario as I remain there, just getting on the bus, and the bus is beginning to move from the Shiro's Liquor. at 9:10 a.m. So that's another illustration of the same stalking with the light source. And you do see the Ontario Fire Department, who are, first of all, you're creating audible activity under that fake sun, you're a demon. You are present in that environment under that fake sun, you're a demon. But not only that, they demonstrate their demon possession directly while they operate, engage in activity creation, cross path, and directed light, which you can see rich orange directed light on the asphalt with that same forward angled directed light. Absolutely stupid looking. It's absolutely impossible. And then you're looking at the angles that it is pointed. It's focused on me and it's crossing path, and that's the demonstration of demon possession by the Ontario Fire Department. This was March 15, 2022, while I'm on the bus this is 9:07, and I captured video minutes later at 9:10 when this bus is just taking off and I'm on it. And again, I'm at the Fontana Unified School District at 9:10 a.m. and the fake sun is not over Shiro's Liquor. It is directly over me, stalking with the fake sun. It is 9:16 a.m. This is P.O.C. 9:17 a.m. Demons, the demons that you see getting on the bus, and I'm referencing this female with these two young children, they're demons. They are in that demonic environment, and this is what is opening your eyes to demonic activity, demon possession, and the criminal conduct. The government is not limiting it to the age of 18, and Satan is not in any way barred from possessing one who is under the age of 18. No, you need to understand this is a manner of what is understanding what is of the demonic. There are those who are chosen, meaning when you're chosen, you are not of that condition. Satan can't touch you. There are those who are chosen in life, and there are those who are not. Whether you like to acknowledge that or address that or whatever, it really doesn't matter. It's as clear as what is the fake sun, okay? And so while you want to address and disregard God or choose whatever policies you want to acknowledge and disregard others, this is revealing what is unmistakable demonic conduct. That's how you have what is the scientific fact of what is not the sun. That's a scientific fact that this is not the sun that's over me. So you reference your scientific facts when you're looking at this documentation, all right? Because that is revealing what is demonic activity, and it's a demon-possessed population. This population, it's not Satan doesn't wait till you turn 18 and then you've got, no. There are those who are subject to this possession, demon possession, at a very young age, all right? You're talking about what is literally no hope with regard to eternity. 7Y10986, and that's unfortunate, but this is the reality, all right? And I'm not here to assuage your feelings or make you feel good. I'm revealing what is a very real threat, what is a very real criminal system, and the condition of those engaging in it. 70 TG 278, and I'm not going to mince words with it. This is the reality. And also, when I'm documenting criminal conduct, I'm not going to go lighter on one who is under the age of 18 engaging in the same exact threat. I'm advocating on behalf of the ordinary targeted individual. And let me be clear, that is a method of severe terrorism. The entity uses those who are under the age of 18. And you're talking about what is but for documentation, you're alleging it as seeking to falsely depict you as what is suffering from some mental incapacity, when you're talking about those who are literally teenagers or under the age of 18, under the age of majority, and they're engaging in the same demonic conduct. They're stalking you in the bathroom. They're engaging in stalking with activity. They're engaging in activity creation and engineered light. They know exactly what they're doing. They're minions, okay? So I want to be clear, that's terrorism. That is terrorism, and it's the same demon possession, the same demonic environment, and doing so with their parents. And guess what? The way that that's going to translate into a prosecution, those over the age of majority, using their children, whether you're there or not, you're going to be held accountable for it. You're engaging in terrorism with these minions that you brought into existence, unfortunately. It's currently 9:19 a.m., and what you hear is employee number 3214 monitoring with the minions who are stalking and pacing and waiting for a specific moment to get on the bus, and in directed light with their communication devices under the fake sun. It's 9:20 a.m. This is P.O.C. I just want to point that out. While those minions who you see in video, this minion with her two kids, directed light while she does so, and the African-American you see crossing path with directed light, they're engaging in demonic conduct. They're monitoring. 6BZB432. And it's 9:20 a.m. Alrighty, it is 9:20 a.m. These cowards are something else.
Stop requested. If possible, please use rear doors.
Si posible. Favor cruzar la puerta.
7SNC196, 8AYX995, 8AVP414. License 4U41768, I believe. City of Fontana, license 1596963, I believe. That's a demon driving that vehicle. Directed light aimed right toward me while that demon driving that vehicle attributed to the municipality crosses path. 7NUY519, 7KGP, I can't say the one, 8YTK690, 8DNT749, 5SXV216, 6YAA734, 6M, I'm sorry, you can scratch that one, 5BRD442, 5HUK451, 6AWX760, 7PW, can't see the rest of them, CB72W43 paper, and it's 9:24 a.m. All of them engaging in what is manifesting light. Those are demons. The bus is taller than all those vehicles, and they're driving in the shade, and directed light is on the ground. They're demons manifesting light. It has nothing to do with driving under the fake sun. Fake sun is a method of identifying the P.O.C. and the demon possessed. All right, I did capture another video at 9:26 a.m. and you can see the demon with the commercial vehicle, license 62730T2. This is facilitating light activity while I'm on the bus, by the way, and while I'm off the bus, but it's facilitation period. And remember what I'm documenting. The demons of the city of Fontana directed light toward me while they are driving next to the bus. This demon is creating facilitating light activity. This is Mariposa. All right, documented them under the fake son of the Fontana Lewis Library as well. License 592268. Alrighty, and the entity engaging in this facilitation under what is the light source, that is the direct evidence, because that is not possibly the sun. That is remaining over the Ontario Museum of History and Arts, as I am still in the city of Ontario, and I have not moved to stuff. I haven't even gotten up yet. I'm still sleeping. The 9:49 a.m. I get up and I capture video immediately showing you what's the fake sun that is over that building, over, not just over the building, over the side of the building where I am situated, where my property is, stalking with the fake sun. That's the same obsession that is personified through the environment that the people of the state share. They're demon possessed, and that is why their entire fake universe centers around me, and that is also speaking to the hostility by an obsessed demon possessed stalker representing a company such as Omnitrans, 5TCW831. All right, and you're talking about what is being surrounded with those facts. You are an entire psychopath under a fake sun. All right, and you stalking me because you're mad because I'm documenting you. You're going to be really mad when you're going to federal prison, because that's exactly where that meeting's going. That's exactly why I keep saying it, because they're listening, and listen to what's happening, because that's exactly what's happening. So I want to be clear. It's 9:30 a.m. and I captured that video 9:26, and you're going to remember all of the surrounding facts. That's not the sun that's present hours later at the end of the day after 6 p.m. Daylight savings time or not. You're talking about what is the duration. That's the analysis. That's not the sun. That's non-movement. Whether I'm inside of the Lewis Library or not inside of the Lewis Library, it's the same block. And it's going south to remain in alignment with me as I go to the Metrolink train station. That's a fake sun. This is surveillance. That is not the sun that's remaining over me while I'm en route to this venue and here at 9:26 in the morning, and the light source is present while I am documenting my presence on this same route, Route 61, for example, at a later time. Meaning I am already at the Fontana Metro train station. I've gotten on that same route at a later time, and I published documentation of what is right now, which will be the same time while I am not here yet, but you see it hovering right here over my head at this train station. All right, moving in whatever direction that I go, and that happens to be on the street of what is Sierra, which runs north and south. And by virtue of the presence of that light source at the end of the day, that is the absence of any migration, any direction, east or west. You're talking about what is keeping in alignment. You see the object. You're talking about what is the abysmal fill. What's the pattern? Moving from one side of the building to the opposite while you did not move anywhere whatsoever. Changing the color from deep orange to brighter yellow. And then being in alignment directly above my head to being in alignment and direct alignment with my face. In other words, all right, you're talking about what is keeping in alignment, stalking in the path, doing it with light. That's what the demon possessed do. They're group stalking. Keeping that light, which is making you the center of the universe while they are pacing all around, which is what demons do. All right, they're doing that in that environment. 6 hours later, you're talking about, oh, I'm sorry, that's more than 6 hours. 9:49 until after, well, I captured 5:41 yesterday, but you're talking about after 6:15, which was captured, I believe, the day before yesterday, so that would have been about 48 hours ago. And this is speaking to what is in excess of 8 hours. And the entity is engaging in this conduct, which is in no way the sun under any circumstances. Daylight savings time doesn't give you that. There is, and also it's not just that analytical framework. You're talking about what is, let me see, the Gardens at Sierra, P.O.C. License 2312 W2. Creating light activity in the demon's form is he's cleaning out the little gutter water of the fountain in front of the apartment complex. That's a demon stalking in the path with light, while the fake sun is right here over me at Ceres and Sierra Avenue, going in the opposite direction that it came while I'm on the bus, keeping it over me. As opposed to what does it do when I get off the bus and I go to the library? It's going north of Sierra Avenue. All right, but none of this is occurring because under what's the sun? It's the light source, because the fake sun remains over the museum. It's 9:49 a.m. It's not occurring all at the same time. Stalking with a fake sun. So like I said, the entity is engaging in, that's just one method of the analysis. Like I said, you're talking about what I just exemplified right now, an entirely different city, location, and my time that I'm remaining there. And while you have what is, again, a grand departure from day to day based on what I'm doing and where I go, and you're looking at what is the glaring evidence of what is the scientific impossibility with regard to the environment that the demon-possessed population are maintaining around you. All right, as I'm documenting it, guess what? A fake sun is over you too, because there's only one. And so you're talking about what is documentation that is exclusive in that regard, because there is not one sun per county, one sun per state. Oh no, the specific lie is that there's one sun. All right, and that's necessarily not the case. Not only is this not the sun, this light source, this ongoing phenomenon is speaking to what is the demonic. All right, the demonic surrounds you. And you have what are puppets of Satan, such as companies like Walmart, that lie to you about things such as global warming, which, by the way, is in no way addressing what documentation has revealed. The necessity of it is by necessity, it is required that there is not one sun. You're talking about what is the supernatural and what is a hovering light source and what is engaging in the only way that you can reconcile it with words to articulate the demonic is while the light source is remaining over me, for example, as I've shown you in documentation for the duration of the day, it is impossible that there is only one sun while it's remaining over a building, over me, and it's over anybody in another state, for example. That's how exclusive the documentation is. Because the specific lie of, oh, there's only one sun. Oh, okay. Well, that's not the sun that's remaining over me all day long. And that's also possibly not impossible that there will be a light source while it's remaining over me over any other location. It's literally, that's why you document it. All right. 8MBC249, monitoring with the Fontana Police Department at Merrill and Sierra Avenue. And it's 9:35 a.m. All right, show you what is the method of directed light inside of the venue of ARCO. It's impossible light, not only because sunlight's not going to, it's going to be shaded inside, but also the fake sun remains over the museum at this time yesterday. 7XTR876, 8GJA489, and these are demons who are, while I'm inside of the store, flashing of light is occurring inside of this ARCO. 7SJK997, they're sex offenders and terrorists and psychopaths, like they're focused on pumping gas, they're stalking. 8VSL923. That's an African-American male. You see him with basketball shorts and a teal t-shirt with white lettering on it. He's on surveillance cameras inside of the venue, stalking inside, while I'm also being accosted with directed light. 6WAP442. These are the ones you see in video. Some of these are changed, so I want to document them. 8V17032, DT101 handicap, 8744782, because I didn't read that one, 6PFH11. And that again is the ongoing touching, flashing of directed light. It's literally impossible. This is the conduct of demons, all right? 8GJA489. It has nothing to do with, it is separate and distinct with regard to, I don't want to say it has nothing to do with, because it's the ongoing P.O.C, but with regard to this manifestation of light, this directed light conduct, it is not dependent upon the presence of the fake sun. I have shown you this at nightfall. It is the conduct of a person of demon possession. All right, the demon-possessed manifest light. You want to think about what they do in scary movies, okay? The demon-possessed in real life, they stalk with light, they surround with light, they're obsessed with this light conduct while they're placing under surveillance. 5DXS983, 8KJX675, and they like to do so, they're concerned with doing so under the guise of something that you will be an explanation for that light. How do the police department do it? They'll pull out a flashlight. Those are demons stalking in the path with light. 8ZAK163. This is a demon stalking in the path. You see what is light that's appearing on the white truck, the white van beside it. That is not light that's going to occur. First of all, the fake sun remains over the museum. Second of all, light doesn't ricochet horizontally. 42194F3 off of your car onto each one of their demons. 8S91425, 4PHV644, 8KJX675. And I took a picture of that so you can see it. It's directed light on the white van beside the vehicle. They are demons that are focused on you while that environment surrounds you. All right, and they're supposed to be maintaining the outward appearance of what is normalcy. The stalking is in your mind. Nobody knows you. They're not focused on you. It's quite the contrary. It's an entirely demented and malicious system by what is Satan itself. And let me be clear, it's not even intelligent. It's not even prepared for what is documentation, as I've spoken to. The system also relies on what is defaming the target individual. But guess what? Defamation is actually not effective, and it's actually irrelevant. The mindset of any ordinary health background or whatever might be the case of, for example, an ordinary target individual. I'm advocating on behalf of anyone, and you may have some sort of medical issue or some sort of background which the entity will try to use against you, and it's actually legally irrelevant. Why is it legally irrelevant? Because you are demonstrating the pattern of conduct. This whole system relies on defaming you, though. And that is unintelligent when you break it down. It's not even common sense. It's legally irrelevant. 7EGM282. And it takes one with that skill set in order to, let me give you a headline news. It is irrelevant what is the medical condition of one who is documenting the pattern of conduct and shows that P.O.C. underway. 8HNP620, Fontana Police Group Stalking License 1400141, License 8UMJ741, 8LGK682, 7YWC854, 5YYJ742, 8TMD539, 8NEN268, 6H8004, 1370433, Fontana Police, 7NVA958. And listen to, yeah, because as I'm reading Fontana Police license plates, this demon coming from the back parking lot, maintaining presence, monitoring with these minions that are crossing path, that is license plate 5EMD912. I'm sorry, 5FMD912. They're coming from a back alley. They're maintaining presence around me while I am on the sidewalk facing the street, documenting those minions, including Fontana Police. Pay attention to what is the P.O.C. Documented on video, Fontana Police who are group stalking. They are present in the path, and they're doing so knowingly, and they are maintaining presence regardless of what direction they're turning on the street. That's group stalking, and you're a demon in that environment, and you're engaging in surveillance. But as I'm speaking to what are the what's the demonic conduct of the entity, and I'm letting you know about the police, then you have what is the conduct of the demons, what I'm pointing out to you about Amazon Prime, Union Pacific, the United States Postal Service. As I'm pointing out what is their tactics, what are the secrets of the demon-possessed, you have what are demons representing the Fontana Police Department, repeatedly crossing paths, and you hear me reading more of their license plates now. They're stalking the entire time. You're talking about what is an intent to threaten as you visibly cross path while monitoring one who is documenting it. So you know you're being documented, you're stalking in the path, and you're talking about what is always stalking, law enforcement in whatever city they are engaging in surveillance. All right, you're talking about what is visibly crossing path, and I've set that aside. That's an additional federal charge. So you're talking about what is crossing path repeatedly as they listen to me speak to the fact of, this is the fact, the demon-possessed engage in stalking with light. How do demons of law enforcement engage it? They manifest light using their vehicles. You're supposed to be attributing this light activity to, you see their vehicle lights? Oh, it's the vehicle lights. That's what's causing that light activity. Oh, they're using a flashlight. That's what's causing that. No, they're demons that are manifesting light, and they use their whatever that they have at their disposal to do so. And I've shown you this in substantial video as well. I literally use the demons engaging in criminal summoning, and I'm pointing out to you, look at what they're doing, look at what they're doing. That's engineered light. This is a demon stalking in the path with light. And they do so while they are engaging the P.O.C. It's demonic. And that's how they're demonstrating their demon possession. Let me be clear. In the environment, you are a demon. You're a demon, period. This is the demon possessed. You're already here. Newsflash, it's already been expelled. What you are, what you're doing is known. Second of all, they demonstrate it further with their conduct. It is conduct to be present in the specific environment. That is damning conduct. Documented in relevant position, you're prosecuted. And it is a serious prosecution. This is the government system and it's satanic. And so they demonstrate it with their conduct with light. And so I just want to point that out. Pay attention. Everything that I'm pointing and what I'm saying, and then what you hear me document, the entity is listening in real time to everything that I'm saying. Everything. And demons react to it. Satan doesn't have any self-control. All right, license 7 PRL 704, Fontana Police 1425. I'm sorry, hold on. 1452561. 237 and 2, excuse me. 7 TRY 856. 80640U1. But like I said, I'm just pointing out what is real-time reactions that the demon possessed engage in, and it's the conduct of demons. All right, these are creatures of darkness, and they're all in all kinds of positions that they have no business being in, and that's what this prosecution is going to address. It's going to reveal, and also legislation. But you're talking about what is, oh, and not only that, society is going to assimilate itself. It's going to deal with itself with regard to what is common knowledge, which shall be common knowledge of a demon-possessed population, and all the ways in which the pattern of conduct is revealing the real threat posed by those. They're not normal people, and they are engaging in specific criminal activity, and they also intend to maintain their concealed presence amongst us who are normal, but they're not. And they pose a very real threat. You're talking about what is the spirit of Satan on somebody? That manifests all kinds of threats, okay? So, like I said, with regard to your safety, with regard to your privacy, with regard to just general comfort level, it is a sickness, with regard to generally describing it. It's a sickness that's on a people, and it is spread like Miracle Whip. It's all over the place. There are more of those of that condition than there are not. All right. But like I said, with regard to the ability to address it, you can address it with regard to your placement under. That is, you don't have any rights to be of that condition while you're placing somebody under surveillance. That's criminal conduct, and you can prosecute. And their demon possession is directly relevant to that prosecution. So anyway, it's 9:49 a.m. and I'm just now waking up at the Ontario Museum. And I'm showing you what is video, and you're listening to my podcast while minions are crossing path under what is that specific environment. And that's exactly what they are. That's why the environment is surrounding, and that's why I'm documenting it so that you understand. And there is no mistake about what is a very specific environment, while that specific environment is revealing the identity, the condition, and the criminal system. And it's 9:50 a.m. Six UVV 857. 5 PIT 424. (329WF) handicap. Seven JOG 777. 8 CBD 402. 8 CBP 402. Excuse me. 7 WYN 102. 7 W73632. 8 RBH 109. 7 HCG 465. 7 EBH 195. 8 LNJ 200. 5 BZF 489.
6 6XZF830 and license 7SLL584. These are third parties that are captured in still images. It is coinciding with what is the placement of the light source, which you can see it is above the venue of 8563 Sierra Avenue. This is the JJ Tuxedo Rentals, the Diosa Studio on Sierra Avenue. As I'm walking north, you see the light source. It's right over the storefront. You see the shadow of the palm tree. The shadow of the palm tree is leaning forward. This is speaking to the unmistakable presence of the light source, which is not possibly the sun, stalking with light. That's what this is. The light source is speaking to a shadow that's aiming toward me. The light source is behind the tree. It's over the storefronts. It is not over the Ontario Museum of History and Arts. And this is captured at what is 9:55 a.m. as I'm walking northbound. And I'm also speaking to the creation of what is audible activity under the guise of what is Metrolink. This is amplified audible activity. The light source is directly over the storefront, moving north up Sierra Avenue as I am moving north. These third-party license plates represent the state they're acting vicariously. They are crossing path. I want to make sure I include them on my podcast documentation as they are captured in still images. And you also are able to see in this image that I captured, again, this is 9:55 a.m. The entity is stalking via aircraft, and you can see this. All of this is occurring at the same time. Amplified audible activity, the fake sun, and crossing a path by third parties, and the entity stalking via airplanes in relevant position. This is captured at 9:55 a.m. this morning. I just want to include it on my podcast. It is P.O.C.
Eight PDK 742 08529 T2. 8 SKA 775. It's 9:52 a.m. 64778K3 3EIZ 294. Yeah. 6RPS 995. 6WHT 482. 8EDH 346. EVP 997 8D008E3. Torrent Resources, license CDX 2521 Arizona. 8YQZ 679. 8HSE 141. 8UHJ 169. 8WGE 501. 8CMW 537. BF29R66 paper. Five VYS 145. O608G handicap, 8TNH 488, 8MVL 144. That's Metrolink. Impossible audible activity. Under a fake sun, license 8FJG 948, 7ENH 484, MRHHEMI. Yeah, 7MMH 568, and GD Heart ZYOU. License 7FEL 540, 7SLL 584, license 6TML 522. Group stalking while the fake sun remains over me, and Metrolink is engaging in activity creation. And again, that's demonic. You're talking about what? 6VPA 834. You're talking about what is the ability to criminalize the demonic. It is not even actually the sound of a train that you are hearing. That's impossible audible activity. That's super duper amplification. Amplification is demonic activity. In the same way that directed light is demonic activity. These are demons surrounding you with the sound of that which you would attribute, but for common sense and documentation. You can't actually hear the train at this volume, at the distance that I'm at. Okay. okay? And also having been a patron-ridden Metrolink while they were monitoring me, 8ZXA138, E933 via. And also what follows, the ongoing analysis, you're documenting the environment, what you are hearing as a part of that environment. It is serving the pattern of conduct, whether you want to argue amplification or not, which you can't. You can't argue amplification. FA893 handicap. I've been documenting it for years. So when you're paying attention to my documentation, my podcast documentation, my videos as well, and you will hear what is amplified audible activity in the background before I was even pointing it out, and as I was pointing it out. 7GXU406. 8YBR595, 8VIU747, 33387P2, 43001F3 CSI. Oops. 4, 8VVG 265, 6WXP715. 8COG, that is actually 8COG 939, 8AYB000, BB707 handicap, that is, BB707 handicap. That's an old bag of bones, old white lady. She's out here stalking and monitoring. It's 9:57 a.m. Seven KCH 059, 7AMS 040, 5U. I'll get that in a second. 5LRB 336. WP45222, that's SSI Express with Rialto, California. 5UIR091 is that license plate. 8SKB635. 7JMA404. And it's 9:58 a.m. FedEx crossing path license 38733V2. PR480, 6NLF596, 6WFS306, 6ZND170, ALLMDHR, 8BQU230, 24R8567, that's a motorcycle, and directed light is on the asphalt. While I walk around, get that license plate, 8LXL506, 91148M2, 6DQK346, 7WRT685, 8VOE441, 8KUL227, 8CHC674, 8GMC474. And it's 9:59 a.m. It's 10 a.m. All right, I did capture video at 10 o'clock in the morning so you can see the light source that's directly over me as I am at the property and as I'm reminding you about the light source that remains at the B&G Plaza at 1022. And then you're looking at what is the exact same light activity, or the light activity that's aimed inside of the entrance, which is impossible light activity. You have, good morning, Stephanie, right? Yes. Hi, how's it going? Oh, it's open. Okay, so you have what is the entity engaging in what is the placement of that engineered light inside of the entrance. Impossible light. The fake sun is documented. It's remaining over Shiro's Liquor, Ontario, California at 1022. I'm still not there yet. all right? And you're talking about what is the entity, and meaning I'm still not there, meaning I'm still at the museum packing up my belongings and walking to that venue. I'm documenting the entity, and then I capture video at 10:22 a.m. You have what is the maintenance of that light around me, the entrance, which is impossible, even if the light source was on time, even if I was here at the same time yesterday, that is impossible light activity aimed into the entrance. Serving for the monitoring conduct of Stephanie, who's greeting me at the door, all right, that's P.O.C. All right, she's present in engineered light under the fake sun. So also you are paying attention to what is the entity that is keeping the light source. And you're looking at, again, while I'm showing you, for example, this is another vivid example, the people of the state, as you see at State Facility Venue, the Ontario Airport, this ongoing accosting with directed light, this flashing of light, this is impossible light, this is the act of the demonic, while they are also hostile, communicating hostility through that ongoing demonic activity, because I'm revealing it and I'm documenting it, and it's criminalization of what is surveillance by the demon possessed. This is the same entity, and you see them pacing using their vehicles while they are focused on where I'm at. And how do you know so? Because the fake sun is over me. You're focused on where I'm at, and you're using your vehicle pacing in front of me. It's the same entity that is molesting with direct light while I'm on the bus, being driven by employee 3241. All right, so do not be clear. I want to be, do not be confused. I want to be clear on that. This is the same exact entity following from place to place, engaging in that conduct that you see. It's the same demented actor that is stalking in the parking lot, coming from all manner of directions, surrounding in the same way that the fake sun is surrounding above. And this is what they're doing at nightfall. While I'm also documenting their license plates, they are stalking in the path and maintaining light on me, engaging in that conduct. This is not their headlights. These are demons manifesting light. That's what the demon possessed do. And they also maintain presence in engineered light under what is a fake sun. Okay, it is currently 10:05 a.m. This is P.O.C. All right, the people of the state stalking in the bathroom inside of Fontana Lewis Library. And that's exactly what you're doing under a fake sun and an engineered light and amongst amplified audible activity. Amplified audible activity just like that. Sounds coming through the walls while you're stalking in the path. That's the demon possessed. That's the perpetual sex offender that is creeping in the bathroom stall while they're monitoring documentation. The same entity that's accosting with directed light that you saw this morning at the Ontario Airport, that demon, that entity is stalking in the bathroom. It's 10:07 a.m. P.O.C. 5ROZ076, molesting. This is a demon that knows exactly where I'm at. So as I'm crossing the street, this is the demon that is coming around a third party that is of the condition of demon possession, that is engaging in stalking and monitoring with the state, and is in relevant position with the predatory mindset, the criminal objective to touch with what is engineered light. This is the demon that is molesting with engineered light. And so that's the license plate of that third party. And the same exact entity doing so in the parking lot of the Fontana Lewis Library as I walk out, as I cross the street of what is Arrow Boulevard. And that is occurring as I cross the street of what is Sierra Avenue. They're one entity, so I just want to be clear. But that third party is the license plate that I got right now. You have the same exact entity stalking and tracking every move that I make. And these are demons that are engaging in ongoing perpetual touching with directed light while they're engaging in demonic activity. All right, it's currently 8:12 p.m. 7 HHP 853, stalking in the path. It's 8:15 p.m. This is Fontana Metrolink train station. Specifically molesting with light, okay? License BN 53162, paper plate. Got a bunch of demons packed in that Altima, monitoring, molesting with light. All they're doing is driving up and down the street stalking. License 5DCW 849.
Requires masks on board.
Isn't that funny how they cite federal law when they're in violation of federal law? Oh, this is so funny. It's laughable. This is Omnitrans. It's audible activity and engineered light. It's currently 8:15 p.m. This is P.O.C. It is currently 8:18 p.m.
Route 61, Airport Terminal, Pomona.
Federal law requires masks on board, and it stops. No mask, no ride. La ley federal requiere máscaras a bordo y en las paradas. No máscara, no viaje.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's pretty good.
Route 61, Airport Terminal, Pomona.
Federal law requires masks on board, and it stops. No mask, no ride. La ley federal requiere máscaras a bordo y en las paradas. No máscara, no viaje.
Route 61, Airport Terminal, Pomona.
It's 8:20 p.m. leaving from the Fontana Metrolink train station on time. I still remain subject to the pattern of conduct, but leaving, and this is the same driver, and I have an employee number now. 3675 is the employee that I documented on video yesterday, engaging in what is harassment while I'm subject to the pattern of conduct, and I'm documenting it. I just want to document now. This is bus 2352. We are en route back to Ontario right now. It's 8:21 p.m. This is P.O.C. Molestation at 8:26 p.m. This includes the employee driving. 3675. That's a demon creating sensational activity, hostile, because he knows he's being documented. He's also on surveillance cameras. He's wearing the green hoodie, and they're engaging in a molestation before these demons pace onto the bus. An Amazon Prime crossing path at Merrill Avenue and Sierra Avenue. It is currently 8:26 p.m. This is P.O.C. Criminal summoning, which will be on the surveillance cameras of this Omnitrans bus as well. Again, this is bus 2352. And at 8:53 p.m., Ontario Fire Department. These are demons operating a fire truck, stalking in the path with light, engaging in what is the the federal crime of criminal summoning. It is facilitation. Employee 3675 is monitoring. The minions sitting on the bus are monitoring. It is massive facilitation, and it's occurring at what is third-party facilitating venue, Ontario Mills, where I showed you the fake sun was over me this morning, where I hadn't even gotten up at the time since yesterday at 9:49 a.m. So it is indeed the P.O.C. It is facilitation by the state acting via the fire department, which is direct action. All right, the people of the state are monitoring, and they are engaged in ongoing ceaseless vicarious action on behalf of the entity. It is 8:54 p.m. The fire department comes down what is, I believe, Inland Empire Boulevard crossing path, and drive through the same path that the bus takes on Inland Empire, and entering through where the bus stop is, passing the McDonald's, and entering into the parking lot area where the Marshalls is. And I've documented Ontario Mills heavily before. And so anyway, and I'm only referencing that because I actually documented even the fake sun coming specifically to the Ontario Mills. Fake sun remained over me at Marshalls, at all of the areas where the Ontario Fire Department is group stalking in that parking lot. But that was just to speak to what was not present over the museum, not remaining at that portion of Ontario when I documented that in 2021. But anyway, the ongoing P.O.C., I just want to document that this is facilitation while the entity is monitoring. That is an act of terrorism by the demon-possessed agency. That is the Ontario Fire Department. That is also monitoring documentation. It's an impermissible threat while they're engaging in what is criminal summoning. 8:55 p.m. License 8BTA098, molesting, terrorizing with the Ontario Fire Department, monitoring and facilitating with the rest of these minions. And it is currently 8:56 p.m. 6YSY871, 8WEK262. These are minions monitoring as they facilitate a video of the Ontario airport, where they exhibited for you, for the world to witness, what is no exception to the demon-possessed, and where that demonic activity is underway, which is criminal. This same venue, the P.O.C. is underway right now where I'm at. It's currently 9:09 p.m. Directed light is on the bus. And so, as I pointed out this morning, as you saw what was the fake sun, because that's not the sun that's through the windshield in front of the bus, while I'm showing you yesterday what was the remaining light source over me, and remaining over me as I went to the B&G Plaza and went to the Fontana Blues Library at a later time. I'm laughing because it's pathetic, and it is absurd what the entity is doing, and so I'm just breaking it down for you. That directed light that you saw aiming through onto the floor that light that you see flat in the center of the floor, that is not from what is, again, it's not even formed because that's not the sun. And so breaking down this raw demonic conduct in its raw form, the entity is aiming engineered light, and it is manifesting itself in the, and you can see the shadow of the rail on the bus. It's appearing on the floor. The entity is doing at nightfall because it's supposed to be under the guise of sunlight. This is supposedly sunlight. That's supposedly the sun. You're understanding what that's not the sun, and that ain't even sunlight. You're understanding what is the pattern of conduct at nightfall. All the entity is doing, it's doing the exact same thing, aiming light. And this is why you see the shadows of the handrails. You see shadows of the chairs flat on the ground. This is impossible light, which you can also, all you have to do is scrutinize the light itself and see it. And you're looking at what is this light that's coming through, and all the entity is doing at nightfall is cycling it through the light, through the center of the bus. All right, so that's direct light, and I've shown you videos of that on more than one occasion. That's a hallmark, okay? The pattern of conduct is underway, but by the way, when you are documenting a fake sun everywhere that you are going, the pattern of conduct is underway. And it is underway at the state facilitating venue of the Ontario airport. And as I document on my phone, you have more demons that you see on what is surveillance cameras of Omnitrans. They're monitoring as they get on the bus. All right, and they do what they do, getting on and off, requesting stops. Even the bus driver himself, you're talking about the traffic lights, you're talking about a comprehensive system centered around me and what I'm doing as I'm doing it. It's currently 9:11 p.m. This is P.O.C. CB96U77. That's a paper plate on Airport Drive. Alrighty, employee 3675, who I captured on video yesterday, engaging in harassment by entity. This is the African-American female. She's the one operating this bus. I'm subject to the pattern of conduct, engaging in facilitation with the people as well. License 1545812. This is bus 2352, Route 61, and I am arriving in Ontario right now at Limited Hall at 9:22 p.m. This is P.O.C. Alrighty, Minions group stalking at the museum, and they're playing some sort of horseshoe. This is stalking, and it's amplified activity as they do so. These are demons stalking in the path, and as you hear the entity, amplifying plane activity. 5XGL705, 8XNR432. And it's currently, by the way, 9:26 p.m. This is the people of the state stalking at the museum, where the entity is maintaining presence through the people of the state. This is engaging in that 24-hour type ceaseless stalking conduct. They're not playing horseshoe. They're not focused on playing this game. It is 2022, by the way. They're stalking. 195KH handicap. It is occurring in what is a specific environment, directed light. This is where the entity is stalking by helicopter. What do you think they're doing? They're demons and they're stalking. It is currently 9:26 p.m. This is P.O.C.